We are Preston and Shauna, sailing our 1988 Catalina 36 around the Pacific Northwest. Between the two of us, we have 7 kids, and we have a little time before our nest is completely emptied. Join us for the next 5 years of sailing adventures as we learn the ropes and make plenty of mistakes, gearing up for the day we can sell all our crap and become full-time liveaboards, sailing off into the sunset. So, we are skipping an awful lot of time here because up to this point of us being towed, the reason we're being towed is because our anchor line snagged around us somehow, and also our hard drive with all the footage of the last 2 weeks decided to crap itself, and I can't get any of that footage back. So a lot of stuff happened. Where we left off, we left Whitmore Bay, I think that's how you say it. We went up to Turn Island, just outside of Friday Harbor, and that's where we anchored. We anchored there somewhere in the morning, perfectly fine in about 30 feet of water. Walked all over the island, had a grand old time, the boat was perfectly fine. At that time, I only had 36 feet of chain, the rest of it was all rope rode. So, 30 feet of water, I had an awful lot of rope rode. Now we've been anchoring with this boat in all kinds of conditions with that setup, a Rockna, 36 feet of chain, and a ton of rope rode for over a year now, almost 2 years now. Well, this night, what I think happened, the currents I think had some swirlies, and while we slept, I think what happened was we slowly turned, maybe we turned fast, spun around ourselves, because we had all that rope rode, it was slack. I think we wrapped our own rode, swirled around it, and the keel wrapped around it. And that pulled up the anchor enough that it got taut against the side of the boat. And I heard what sounded like knocking. Ignored it for a minute. Then, you don't ignore sounds on the boat. So I got up, poked my head out, and holy shit, we are just about right on those rocks. I jump out of bed, get a better look, glow plugs on, start the motor. Meanwhile, Shauna, as soon as she heard the motor on, she knew she had to get up and something was happening. I throw the boat in reverse. She ain't moving. The boat does not move anywhere. Okay, maybe the rope is wrapped around the propeller, but I think I would hear it. It sounded normal, like we were spinning just fine. It looked like prop wash was just fine. What the heck is going on? So I yell at Shauna to get up. She's basically already up. Go up to the bow, start pulling in the anchor. Meanwhile, I'm keeping it in reverse because I'm afraid to now not have it in reverse. So I leave it in reverse. She's up there, she yells back at me and says, I can't move it. So I run up there, we switch places, she takes the helm, leaves it in reverse. I go up there and sure enough, that rope rode is tight against the bow hull of the boat. It is not budging at all. I look at the rock and I swear we're getting closer now. We're starting to drag closer. We are on top of this rock. So I run back and I just yell at her, we're gonna have to cut it. There was no reaction time. We were on top of that rock. We were moving toward it. I ran back there, grabbed the first knife I could find from the galley, ran back up there, and cut the line. So the entire package gone, bottom of the ocean. As soon as I did that, we started moving a lot, and Shauna had to immediately turn to the right and get us away from those rocks. And then I took over, and then I radioed ahead to Friday Harbor Marina. This is like at 6 in the morning. And they actually had one slip. It was the last slip they had open, and I later found out, I guess it was just good karma, the only reason they had this one last slip open is because there was a no-show from the day prior. So yeah, that was fun. From there, we went into East Sound, Orcas Island, where we met my parents, who spent their entire day driving up to Bellingham to get us a new rocknet anchor, because that's exactly the anchor I wanted. They had to go all up to Bellingham for that. They grabbed us a new 70 feet of chain and some more rope. Met us with their boat in East Sound, where we spent all night long in 20 to 30 knots of wind that was completely unpredicted. Well, after that night, I realized this chain is way smaller than our old chain, and the rope rod is way smaller. It was like 1/4 inch. It was way too small. It was a mistake. We were all guessing what I had had before. Bad mistake. So I made some calls. Turns out right around the corner, shocking that they had this. At West Sound on Orcas, they had 3/8 chain and 3/4 rope. So we went over there, blew about $1,000 on 100 feet of chain and 100 feet of rope rod. That was the appropriate size, and I feel a lot better about that. From there, we followed my parents over to Roche Harbor, spent a night or two. I can't remember exactly how much because all the footage is gone. Then we went up to the hell island is that? Then we went up to this other island, hung out there for a night. Then we left early in the morning, went up to Susha, which is not on the map, hung out there for a night. The wind, again, totally unpredicted, was blowing uncontrollably. It was a horrific night. So we left there early in the morning and headed back down to Friday Harbor because we wanted to try anchoring there again because Kaya had this book that looked good, and the store wasn't open when she went back there, so now we're going to go back there, see if the store's open. Couldn't find a spot in Friday Harbor, so we went across the way into this other harbor where it was beautiful, seemed all good. We anchored. We had cell phone reception as we anchored. As soon as we were done anchoring, no reception at all. We have to work. We have to have connectivity. Really sucks. We tried putting it up to the mast. It worked, but then we didn't have phone contact. We had internet, but no phone. That's not good enough. Brought the thing down, brought up the anchor, and then we went back. We said, look, at this point, forget it. We like Roche Harbor. It's fine. We have connectivity. Let's just go back there. Halfway there, the engine starts overheating. I have no idea why. I'm looking. I turn the thing off. We're sailing. It was great sailing. Great downwind sailing. So as we're doing that, Shauna takes over on watch. I go down. I clean out the sea strainer. The sea strainer was clogged a lot. So I thought, that's it. That's what's happened. Put the steam strainer back together, start the motor, super overheating instantly. I mean, the needle is pegged, and that you can just see the steam, smoke, whatever from the motor. Turn it back off, going, what the heck is going on here? I'm afraid to check the coolant. The engine is pegged hot. You don't want to open that thing, right? So I don't check that. Call my dad, who's still at this other island. Tell him, hey, meet us out here in this channel. This channel is not that skinny, but skinny enough that the current it's ripping through there. And when you're only at sail, a little creepy knowing you don't have an engine. If you start getting sucked into one side or the other, all you have is sails. So I kept making movements and trying to gauge the current. We made it through, met up with my dad, and that's where we end up here, where he's towing us into Roche Harbor. And after that, we had a great time. I'm going to count to 3, come down, and then we're going to go. Ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
No, going back now. Going back.
You can adjust yourself if you need to.
I already did adjust.
So weird and long.
Oh, wow, fancy. What's all that hair on your armpit? That's so strange. That is so weird.
Okay, it's very awkward without. No.
It is. There's a bunch of stuff there. I agree. Don't skin your hands.
Try. So.
He almost touches the water. What is this? Tristan is weirdly tall for this game.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be tall.
Yeah, he's gonna be tall.
This is great. It's going great. It's going great. I'm not dying. I'm not dying. It's fine.
Dude, there's like 5 seals right on you.
They're gonna eat my toes. Yep, and they still fit. My arms are burning.
You really want that beef jerky, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, turtles. Hey, talk about turtles.
There's no turtles here.
Snapping turtles here.
Stop, I'm slipping, Gaia! I feel the burn. No, okay, I'm dying.
Three, two, one, go. Oh, I'm already gonna lose. This is not cool. Hey, Tristan.
Oh, your arms are reborning.
Tristan, don't eat sour cream when you grow up.
I don't like sour cream, I'm kidding.
Not good. Not good.
I see you slipping! Look, give me one fast.
This is not good, people.
I'm surprised glasses.
I don't like it. I just want to give up now.
Just give up! Do it, give up!
Don't do it. Idea. Don't do it.
God, it's slipping! No! 3, 2, 1, go.
Knock, knock.
I can't help it, okay? So what happens when you've done gymnastics for like 3 years?
Maybe you got
Oh, pointing your toes.
Yeah.
So, how's the weather?
What's my wrists?
I don't know, she did do gymnastics.
That's why I'm scared.
More pinky than you.
Kaya might be taking the beef jerky just to
Hi,
annoy Kristen.
look down.
What?
Look back. How's your day been? Bro. What's your plan? Hey, what's your favorite joke? Do you feel born in your arms?
Not you.
Yeah, I think you feel the born in your arms. I think you're lying to me. Are your hands slipping? I think they're slipping.
Pretty sure she has me beat by now.
Okay, how's your day been? Got his arms hard.
You know, no one did this to you, Tristan.
Yeah, I'm scared the guy's gonna win.
Kaya, you're more than welcome to fall off at this point.
What?
Oh, she told you you just beat Tristan.
Very good.
Content.
No, you weren't going back in.
The whole boat's shaking now.
Speed like music, you know. I'm strumming it, so I'm just it's some of the music that we play. Check out my new music channel on YouTube called Sea Dog Music. I better buy some bread and something I can put in there. I just thought actually microwave potatoes, with butter.
You're gonna break that stool or your neck. They come out on Saturdays.
Round Hobby? So we saw them,
we've
right?
seen
I think so
them.
too. How far behind our debt was already?
In America, the future belongs to everyone.
Why?
So we built the
Rude.
Ford Explorer XLT for everyone. With available seating for up to 7 and 20-inch polished aluminum wheels. It's value that's built for America. Drive one today.
Stop it.
Yeah, it just feels like we're finally cruising again.
Don't. Don't.
Thank you. I hope the food is all over your...
While you're up,
Can't help them from here.
you see if there's
Oh, we're gonna need another box.
a... No, no, we don't.
By giving up that easily.
fine, you can't have any of that.
Everyone told me to learn from my father's mistakes. Don't go south.
Take the whole blanket. Goodness.
The reason I believe John's slow is because he's here.
I noticed.
All of his advice.
A long time ago.
I told him not to come. Well, he's here anyway. You don't have to believe him.
Okay,
That's
we
mine,
want
the
to
dragon
on your
guards.
face that I'm trying to
If
get
he's
off
wrong,
you.
it's worthless. You didn't even know it was here. It's nothing to you.
Gross. You're disgusting.
By giving him nothing.
I'm a specimen.
No.
A productive relationship with a possible ally. Keep him occupied while we focus on the task at hand. Pass through the rock.
That's what Sir Davos said.
That's rude.
About taking a knife in the heart for his people. Did you notice that?
You must allow them the flights of fancy.
Tristan's feet were on those benches.
My name's me from my brothers, Viserys and Rhaegar. They're both gone now. You lost your two brothers as well. People thought dragons were gone forever, but here they are.
You think
That's
everyone
for sure
eats
me
Triscuits the
examining
exact
what
same
we think
way?
we know.
What?
I think everyone eats Triscuits. Shut up.
Say yes. Where did
If you're talking to Tyrion,
Yes,
God.
he enjoys talking.
we all enjoy what we do.
That is the exact way everyone eats biscuits. Your girlfriend's stopping over there.
God damn it!
I never expected
What's
to
wrong with
I
you?
haven't changed my mind about which kingdom
God.
to that throne.
I haven't either.
Don't. So, try it. Ah, see?
I will allow you to mine
No,
the
no.
glass and forge weapons from it. Any resources
God, I have a
or
shitty
need I will
girlfriend.
provide for you.
What? No.
Thank you. So you believe me then about the Night King and the army of the dead?
Found face down in the ash hole. You tried to believe what I tried to forget.
We left June 28th or 29th.
So you just travel
From-
around
from
to different
Tacoma area.
ports
Well,
and then
yeah,
It
their
was-
plan
it
was,
was
all of July
Tuesday,
they're going
the
to
last
be sailing the
Tuesday.
same ones for the entire month.
Yep.
So
Too long.
I knew at some point
Oh.
I was going to try and meet them, and it would either have to be here, Friday Harbor, or Orcas Island, because those
Yeah,
are the ones
please.
that are like where the runway is close to the marina.
gotcha.
And everything here you can't break.
I
No,
don't
no,
know about
it's
that.
large
I leaned
for a
on your
reason.
desk for a
Okay.
second. Felt like I was
Okay,
going
that
to
one, yeah, it has a makeshift oak rod there or whatever.
I was like, I went to get up and I was like, I'm like, no, do that. Don't touch that.
See, Tristan,
Okay, that's the only thing.
everybody else can figure it out.
I also am aware that I'm like 215 pounds, and whatever I touch, I'm probably going to break. Yeah,
Is that where you're sticking with? Just one?
I mean, 40 now. We're not.
Good for you. One or none.
We
It did not follow those rules.
The two that would have been none are like, oh.
I mean, we.
No.
My wife sort of. We wanted like a sibling for him. Followed all the rules. Like there was tequila involved.
You tried everything, are you sure?
Yeah.
And we had just decided to only have one, and then boom, twins.
Yeah. I mean, just him. It was like 3 months of effort to conceive him. I never thought it would feel like work. He'd fly like 200 feet, and there'd be a guy in the back, and he had a rabies vaccine, and they'd put it in meat wads, and then they had a little tube in the back of the airplane. They'd drop the meat wads out of the airplane every once in a while to spread like the rabies vaccine around the forest. And but that guy was in.
So don't eat meatballs
Don't.
that,
I mean,
that are just lying around on the
you'd
floor.
you'd be immune to rabies. That doesn't seem bad, right? But he's never been in a small airplane, so I don't know if it's just scared to fly with me, but she also knows how stupid I am. So she'll probably be
I
like,
know,
why would
as
she
soon as
trust
you
me?
said you were flying in, I was like, I want to go fly with him.
She's like, why would she trust me to fly an airplane?
You fly good.
Yeah, flying's one of the only things I can do.
I've been trying to get my girlfriends to jump out of the plane with me.
I
want to go skydiving.
What?
I tried
want
to
to
do
go
that.
skydiving.
I've only gone once, and I wanted to go right back up as soon as my feet
Really?
touched the
Yeah,
ground.
I'm never gonna bungee jump. I'm never gonna play.
I tried skydiving 3 times.
Me,
and it was
I
canceled
don't
the
even
weather
like
all
riding
3
roller
times, and at the end of that, I'm
I
like,
don't even like riding
maybe,
roller coasters.
maybe something's
Hey, you know what?
Michelle
It's
says,
true.
Pee before
I've
you go,
had
and it's
4
like, that's
kids.
not how it
It's
works.
true.
It doesn't matter.
I have a hard time
You
going
can
down the
pee
road
right
in
before
my
it doesn't
Yukon.
matter.
I mean, there's plenty of my pairs of underwear alongside of the I-90 road.
What do you...
The sad part is, Simon, he's
The
not
delay was the
joking.
best part of
I
that
remember
joke.
you
Nate.
talking about that in a video already.
Huh?
I remember you talking about that in
Oh,
a
yeah.
video. But I got to a point where I had to start wearing diapers to work before they finally removed my colon. You know that, right? I don't have a...
Yeah, I've told everyone that
Yeah.
story. That's part of why they're so excited to meet you, I think.
Oh, yeah. There's
Yeah.
lots... I'm missing
I mean-
fingers. I'm missing
Yeah,
my
what'd you do
colon.
to
The-
your,
the best part
what'd you
about
do to your
that-
hand?
Those got smashed off well drilling.
Well, the best part about your butthole story is you're so funny about it. I mean, when he was telling me, he was like, I was working for Boeing, I had excellent insurance, I was pooping blood, I just didn't care.
Yeah.
And when I finally went, they said, yeah, you got to get rid of that.
I pooped blood for like 6 months and just tried to ignore it. That was not the right move.
It's fine.
That was...
No way. I'm fine. It's fine. We're fine.
Yeah, but you're saving so much money on toilet paper now, man.
No,
No.
because now I still have to empty the bag, and then I have to like wipe the end of the bag, and then to clean the inside of the bag, and then a little bit of mucus still comes out of what's left of my rectum. Even though it's only like this much, so I'd wipe that. I use more toilet paper now.
He broke his rectum once.
Yeah.
Did you fall in a shampoo bottle?
No,
No, when I was a kid, a sledding accident, tubing down, someone fell on me, and I cracked my sternum. But I was like in 5th grade,
Oh,
so I went back to school and told my teachers I can't do PE. Here's my note because I cracked my rectum. I said that
Gabba
forever.
broke his ass.
And finally, I mentioned it to my mom once. After weeks of this, she says, "What?
What are you talking
Not your rectum, your sternum."
I would have said rectum. Damn near killed him.
They would pick one guy or whatever who would.
No,
They
that was
put
the stupidest.
a
That was
box or a bag over your head, and you just run around blind, and they would just shoot at that person.
that was the stupidest thing we ever did. We that was like
Doesn't
Zach's
sound
idea.
stupid to me. It sounds pretty rad.
No, it was stupid, and I explained it to them, and they still didn't care. But they didn't have masks, so they had like the box that the paint came in, and they're like, "Well, let's put the box in our head," and they would run the gauntlet, and like someone would shoot at them. And I'm like, all right, 1 second. I put the box down and like went 20 feet away and shot it, and the paintball goes right through it. And I'm like, that's not gonna protect you. But they did it anyway. I mean, there was nothing else to do there. Most of the stuff we did was stupid things we could... All these guys get into flying RC airplanes.
And how many times did I obliterate mine?
Not just you, everyone. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. All you guys were good at flying RC airplanes. You're all terrible at it except Justin.
That stupid RC plane. I mean, at the end, it was all epoxy and still flew.
You had one of the best ones though, because he was trying to land on a road, and he was on this side of it, and so he was all lined up. It looked like, except he wasn't. And there was like a barbed wire fence on the other side of the road, and he was actually lined up so the wing was half over it. And so as he descended down, it caught the bottom of the wing, and his wing just exploded.
That wasn't the best one. Maybe you didn't see this one, but
I don't know.
Justin, what do you do on the door breaks?
Probably have a warranty.
Yeah, but what if you're out there on the ocean? Can you manually close or slide?
So you cannot. If you're inside, there are doors up top, but if you were outside and those doors were locked, then I'm not too sure what you would do.
Trapped inside.
It's like a hotel.
Like a very nice hotel.
Yeah, no hotel I've ever stayed in.
Yeah, I won't complain.
It was like a Motel 26. That was so stupid. Don't laugh at that. It's retarded.
It's recorded.
We'll do the whole upstairs, or this floor, and then go downstairs and then up. So
I think their galley has USB
Yeah.
It might.
Well, this
It
is
might.
okay. This is okay.
I don't think I did real bad.
Go further in, Simon. Go further in.
Look at the fridge. It's bigger than the one in my house.
Yeah, mine too.
Him and Travis.
But think about it. Think about it though. With how much houses cost, this is super nice. I mean, it's only 10 million 5. That
10 million?
Only.
Million?
Yeah.
No.
But considering
I didn't hear the million.
a rich person's house.
Let's see
They
your.
do open.
Let's see
Yeah.
the windows open
Yeah.
with the portals. It's an interesting view from your bathroom of just the.
Yeah, it's kind of too bad.
That's just a closet, right?
The one with sailboats we were looking at
There's a TV.
kind of had 2 rooms that looked like that, and that was actually doable.
In the sailboat, do they have the ability to
Even
slide over to form a king?
Wait,
You can
what?
combine
I
them.
don't know.
Those rooms look so similar. It almost looks like there's just
They're
a mirror in
identical.
between. Like there's some sort of.
Yeah, so they're identical. They both have their own full bathroom in both of them.
What?
And
that's the slider that I was talking about.
And slide over to form a king.
Right, we were seeing through the.
That yes.
Oh, so that was on the other boat, but it's the same
Oh
concept.
yeah,
Yeah, so on the other boat in the crew.
Look how nice the engine room is. The engine room's shiny. Holy.
When he said tight, I was thinking like we could barely fit it.
This isn't. This is.
Getting down this tight. Yeah.
I'm gonna say your living room. Like your.
This is the size of my apartment right here.
This wouldn't even be boating anymore, guys.
Yeah. So what?
On the water.
So this would be living.
it's not boat life, it's just life.
The song of the blackbird, how it speaks to me. Your eyes from a distance, fixed on my misery. They long for disaster, the last is just a memory. We only live for minutes, but we'll devour centuries. Oh, I see you sitting there on the stage with your pink hair.